What's going on, everybody? Happy Wednesday, my friend. What's going on, my friend? Here, I was in the middle of writing it and totally forgot. She's back after the Colin, what's going on, man? Randy, good to see you, friend. Shane, what's up, baby? Oh, man. Yeah. We're getting short, which we're done, but we are cutting. All right, guys. Yeah, let me stream. Give me a second. Is that working better, guys? Let me know if the stream's still down. They've been doing work all day on line side. So hold on, guys. Okay, it's on my everybody. Stores it, and if not, I'll try to read. Hey guys, how are we looking now? A little bit better, or still bad? We back? We good? All right, sweet. Sorry about that, everybody. Yeah, they've been doing work on our lines all day outside, so I was afraid that this would happen, but glad we could get it fixed. Just as a heads up, if this keeps up, if this gets glitchy again, then I will do a video of what we're going to talk about tonight, and then send it out. So just as a heads up, if it glitches out again, that'll be the path forward. But anyways, good to see you, my friends. It's been a couple weeks, maybe 10 days or so. PSN, I spoke to you. That was first. That's awesome. Yeah, but good to see everybody. Been super busy. So let me give a little update on the application, the build, and then what to expect over the next couple weeks. Michael, I agree, man. We're working with Plaid as hard as we can with the credit unions. I'm not sure why it's not transferring over, but we are working hard, and it should be fixed with our web app build no matter what, because we can go a few different options. But anyways, let me jump to that here in a sec. So let me give you guys a short-sighted plan for the next couple weeks, and then we'll talk about our white paper and our tokenomics. Well, we're about 80% done on that, but I'll share a little bit of it today. and then what our plan for the future is. So I wanted to start this conversation out tonight with um, why what we're doing is important for the common retail trader, whether it's in stocks, whether it's in cryptocurrencies, whether it's in a decentralized fashion. So before we get going, I'm gonna get a few more people in. I know we had some connectivity issues. Um, yeah, Michael, I don't understand either. I just know that we're working with their engineering team. I think it's the API in which we're using with them, so we're trying to get that switched over. But we are working hard to get that done. Um, but before I dive into that, let's give it a few more minutes. For there's a few more people coming in, so I don't want to jump too far ahead. But are the OG Stonk investors getting? Yeah, so so OG Stonk investors are getting some coin in the airdrop, and it's already allocated in our tokenomics. And so I will show that to you guys here in a minute. I'm going to give it like 2 more minutes, and then we'll jump into the importance of our mission, why it's even getting more important that we go more towards a decentralized fashion and decentralized vision of our company. And then we'll jump into the white paper and the tokenomics, and then the next steps from there. So I don't know if you guys have been following kind of like the latest in the centralized versus decentralized space, but a couple days ago, I think it was 2 days ago, Celsius, if you guys are familiar with Celsius, have completely restricted non-accredited investors from staking on their platform and earning APY. That's ridiculous. That is literally against the mission and the ethos of cryptocurrency. And the fact that, again, Celsius said in a post, an email that I got, to maintain in good standing with regulators, they have removed stake and earn, loaning out your currency to non-accredited investors. And this just infuriates me, because now it's not only on the retail trading side for stocks that the retail investor is getting affected, but it's the retail trader on the cryptocurrency side now where people are getting affected. And so this has really been the last week or so one of the big catalysts for why our roadmap is towards decentralization, non-custodial accounts, that's on a decentralized exchange. And so I'm going to talk through kind of what that looks like for us, in the short term, and then in the longer term vision of our company. So in the short term, we're plugging ahead with getting our stock app continue to go out, continue to get built, and we're onboarding a few more engineers this week. So our web application is going to get done. Our Android app's going to get done. And then, am I still here, guys? Ed, do you see me still? Oh, here we go. Yeah. Okay. So onboarding a few more engineers, get our web app done, get our Android app done, and then get everything going from the stock trading side. So that's our mission for the next quarter, is to get that pipeline going. We also have a few $100,000 that we're going to start allocating to marketing and social media presence to start building up our user base and start. Dr. B, what's up, bro? Rob, good to see you, man. To start getting momentum from for our platform and our coin launch. So the immediate future: stock app, crypto trading, 22 coins. I love how this is hilarious too. I love how Robinhood just announced a couple days ago that Polygon and Matic and Shiba Inu, and I think one other coin is tradable on their platform now. We already have all that, and so that over the next 6 weeks is the message that we're going to start getting out and start building our user base. The long-term vision of our company, because regulators love, love, love to shut down trading to the retail traders. Now, not only on the stock side, but clearly in the case of Celsius, on the cryptocurrency side as well. And so the long-term vision that I have is to create a DEX, and working close with our securities attorney, a DEX that's offshore, either in the Bahamas or Malta or British Virgin Islands, um, and then it's centralized, or it's not centralized, but it's accessible through a non-custodial wallet. So that is what we're working on for Q3. And then it starts to play into my greater vision of decentralizing wealth creation in Web3 and in Web2. And what I mean by that is I would love to have a non-custodial wallet and DEX where a user can hold Ethereum, swap it for Tesla. They want to get out of Tesla. They can swap it for a position in an oil field in Alaska. They want to get out of that position. They can swap it into partial ownership of an apartment complex in Miami. And so we really create both asset-backed tokens on our DEX that's swappable between chains and cross-chain, but also where we can get into really any coin that we want. And that is what I want to push forward with our vision for the company, is we're creating wealth in both Web 2 and Web 3 in a decentralized fashion, true to our nature and true to our mission. And we're not shutting out the retail traders, both now on the stock and cryptocurrency side. And really, like, Celsius, like, shutting out non-accredited investors to stake and earn on their platform really, like, has got me fired up about creating our DEX and then making wealth generation across asset classes possible for our users. So again, the next quarter, we're going to continue to build out our stock trading platform, our web application, and our Android application. 22 crypto coins are available on our platform. Robinhood's catching up. They only have 8. They were super pumped about Matic and Polygon and Shiba Inu. We already have that tradable on our platform. And so we're going to allocate some funds once the other platforms are built out to start growing that user base. And then once we're happy about the process there, then we're going to start building out our non-custodial wallet and DEX, and then start creating asset-backed tokens that can be tradable on our decentralized exchange. So speaking of how we're going to get the development done, we're onboarding a few more engineers this week, so that'll bring our engineer count from 3 to 6. And then we found 2 good Android engineers and then a web app engineer as well. So now we're going to be working super hard to get that out. So I'm hopeful 3 to 4 weeks, Android users will actually be able to start trading, but then we'll have a desktop or a web application as well, so people can trade from their computers as well. So Chad, what's going on, man? Okay, so let me pause it there before we hop into. I just want to give you guys a quick view of our tokenomics, or our white paper and tokenomics. I have a meeting with the white paper and tokenomics team on Friday to try to finalize this so that we can get our pre-sale up and going. But let me stop it there and see if there's any questions on kind of like getting our stock trading app done and then start building out our decentralized exchange and our non-custodial wallet. Let me pause for 1 minute, see if there's any questions there, and then we'll jump into our white paper and tokenomics. In the meantime, I need some water. Okay, no questions. Let's get moving to the white paper. Okay, so once this is done, guys, the shares have not been addressed. What question on the shares, Tara, do you have? and I'm happy to address those. Well, all my technology is not working tonight. Let me see if I can re-access my other screen. Shares for referrals are going to be memorialized in token. And so we can address that here, but the SEC likes to make it hard to give shares away to people. And so we're going to memorialize that in the token, but I'm happy to go further on that. Let me see why this isn't working, guys. Hold on. Okay, so many rug pulls. We have to ensure the public that won't happen. Yes, Randy, this is a fantastic point, and I'll go through the tokenomics right now if I can get this to work. Sorry, guys, everything was set up before our call. Yeah, so our tokenomics don't allow for a rug pull, and I'll show you why here in a sec. All right, doesn't look like that wants to work, so I'll just share it on my own screen. Okay, can you guys see my screen okay? I'm not going to be able to see the comments, I don't think. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and so our mission is to provide financial freedom for retail investors through simplified access to new financial tools and revenue sharing of fees and other ways that we make money as a company. And so what we want to build is a consensus-based token of governance, which positions the users to first and ensures that their needs are adequately addressed based on the level of participation. And so obviously, so the goal here is to have two tokens. We have the Stonks, let's call it Stonks 1 token, that is staked. And then based on the level of participation from our stakers, that over time will mine a governance token. And the governance token is, we're going into the DAO model here, right? Like we want this company, just like when we started a year ago, to be run by the community, by the people. And so, and one of the ways that we achieve that, obviously, is sharing the trading fees from crypto, and then if we become a broker dealer down the line, fees on clearing, all the way to if there's a data play that we can all participate in and make money on that as well. So there's a lot of ways for us to make money off of our platform, but all of those fees, or 50% of those fees, are going to be passed back to our token holders. So you guys, people that come in later down the line, OGs are going to be airdrop tokens, essentially, from the beginning, and then everybody that joins and is referred is going to be given a certain allocation of token as well. So as this gets built out even more, then I'll share it around. Again, we're about 20% done with it, or sorry, 80% done with it. We've got about 20% more to go. But let me skip on down here to the tokenomics. And these tokenomics are going to change just a little bit, but I want you to take a look. So the airdrop. Well, let me make sure that's showing up on my screen. Yep. Okay. So the airdrop is essentially for the OGs and for and for pre-sale type allocation. So these are for the investors that came in before we had this available to them. And so that's going to come in the airdrop. The airdrop will be fully unlocked at launch. And so we want to give our investors, you guys, other investors that are not on this call, the opportunity to recoup their initial investment once we go live. Now, the reason why that's the only thing that's fully unlocked at launch is that's to try to put the money back into our original investors, you guys, the ones that have believed from the beginning, that initial investment back into the hands of our OGs. So 5% of our token supply is for airdrop. 10% of it is for the team. So myself, our engineers, our marketing people, future team members as well. We'll go into the unlocking schedule here in a moment. 10% is for a greater class of investors, which is our pre-sale investors. So if you're on that list, this would include you, and then other investors that come in on the pre-sale. 35% is owned by the Treasury, and we have certain Treasury guidelines as well. But the Treasury allows us to start building our Web3 applications out. And then we have a unique proposition for our Treasury that I'll get here in a moment. Staking rewards is for all users that come in. Everybody's going to be allocated true to form. Like at first, we want to give 5 free shares away. The SEC made it really, really hard. So we're memorializing that through our token. And so everybody that comes in is going to be given a token reward as well. That's going to be staked. And then, you can get rid of it over a certain period of time. And then this is, Randy, this is kind of going back to what you were asking is how do we ensure that, excuse me, how do we ensure that there's no rug pulls? So for us on the phone, like obviously we've been working together for over a year now. And so you all know that that's not my hope and vision for this, but this is good security for other people that come in later down the line. And so to address that, we made it impossible for the team to dish out the shares. And so none of us, myself included, can even get rid of any portion of our tokens for a year. And then after that, a little bit will unlock over a 24-month linear period. And so our my token allocation will be split up into 24 months. And then each month after that, I'll get a little bit, that I can sell if I want or keep. So that's a 3-year mechanism before I can even start selling my token off. Same for investors, except one of the things that we're going to change on this, similar to the airdrop, but one of the things that we're going to change for the investors is allowing the investors to get rid of a little bit at launch. And when I mean a little, something that wouldn't affect our token at all, but just to get their cost basis back. And so I think it's really important for the longevity of a project and for stakers specifically, because this is how we're going to grow over time, is if original investors can get their cost basis back. That will help with our staking protocol, keeping money on chain, total lock value on chain, and then moving forward from there. So we're going to probably change that a little bit to where it doesn't affect the price of our token, but allowing investors like you guys, well, the airdrop, but those that come into the pre-sale to allow them to get rid of a little bit to get their cost basis back. The Treasury, 10% will be unlocked at launch, and then over 36 months, 2.5% monthly. And the reason for that is that's how we do 2 things. Now, so this is what I want to speak on. So I'm starting to become quite a contrarian in the Web3 space, just by talking to people and going to other crypto events and whatnot. I don't believe in burning. And this is why. If we have a 3 to 5 year view on a project, then sure, burn your capital away. But if we have a 50-year view on a project, burning doesn't make any sense because we're just burning capital. And so I am taking more of a hard line on a buyback system. And so let's use corporate stock buybacks, for example. Like 50% of corporate profits come from buying back their own stock and then selling it at a later date. A clear example of recent times is last year, Berkshire Hathaway was worth $350,000 a share. Today it's worth, well, when I checked last week, $500,000 a share. Did anything change in Berkshire Hathaway's business? No. Warren Buffett just had $300 billion of dry powder to buy his stock back. And so it increased about $150,000 a share. That is the approach that I want to take with our token. Is if it comes down a little bit, our treasury kicks in and buys it back and creates a floor. And then it brings it back up. Maybe we dish off a little bit to have some dry powder. But then we sustain our token over time. Instead of burning the capital, we have a buyback system to where some of the profits from the trading platform go into buying back, and then our treasury will act as a backstop to keep good floor prices moving forward. That, in my mind, is a 50-year view of a project that could do very well in Web3 moving forward. That is not even a popular view. I just don't think people have really thought about doing their token in that fashion. But one thing that we can take from corporate America is they've been doing corporate buybacks for like 70 years and it's worked. And so I think if we have that type of vision backed by a real company, also a key point, we actually have a platform, then I think we can create a very successful long-term crypto project. Okay, so I'm going to pause there. When this white paper is done, I will send it around to the group for you guys to read and review. But I just wanted to point out just a few things. Okay, Corey asked on the DEX topic. I know we were talking about a card SafeMood partnered with banks. Let me put this out here. Nearly ready to launch a debit MasterCard that converts your crypto directly to fiat at point of sale. Also has incorporated tokenomics reflections, and you can't. Oh, Corey, you got cut off. Hold on. And you can allocate spending priority on the token coins you hold. Any idea if we can pull something like this off? So I talked to our lawyer on Friday, our securities lawyer, and I asked him about creating security tokens that are backed by assets and then trading them on our DEX. And I asked him if it was possible. And he said, Anthony, nothing is impossible. Like anything's possible. It's just how easy it is. Doing a centralized exchange in the United States is like a highway. Doing a decentralized exchange offshore is like a taking a dirt bike on a dirt road. Like it's hard, it's harder, there's more nuance, but it's possible. And so, Corey, let me answer your question by saying, yeah, it's possible. I don't think anybody has really done it successfully yet. I know SafeMoon is partnering with banks, but I don't know if it's been pulled off yet. But I think it's something that we can do, especially with our long-term vision and mission of really decentralizing, tokenizing the world for the benefit of retail traders and investors. So I think it is possible, something we can certainly put on the roadmap, of course, because we want a credit card and a debit card, and then integrating with POS systems, I think is definitely possible. Since we trade stock coins, should be limited to our DEX. Okay, so Andre, this is a good point. So the derivatives market and I can't remember what else they call it, but stock coins in the DEXs are possible but tough because they're derivatives. And so one of the ideas that I was talking with our lawyer about is like, what if we bought like $20 million worth of Tesla, put it into a trust, so it's asset backed, and then tokenizing it, and then we release it on our DEX so people can swap for those positions. Again, he said it's possible. It would be a security token at that point, asset backed, and we would incorporate in the United States, do all the registrations for the SEC, but then it would be tradable on our DEX. So I think there are interesting ways to work this out in a DEX ecosystem, and that will be once we get the stock trading app launched on all three operating systems, then we're going to start hammering that down really, really quickly. Kale, good to see you, bro. I hope I lived to 115. Same. As far as I know, SafeMoon is the first. They got an EU money license. Yeah, so that's another reason why Corey, Eric, good to see you, my friend. That's another reason, Corey, why we need to be offshore is because we can have access to other like global licenses. So like Malta, for example, according to my lawyer, is the first country that said all cryptocurrencies are utility tokens. And so he said something would be interesting to look at in Malta of, like doing an exchange there because they don't look at them as security tokens, which then means money licenses could be a little bit easier for Malta as well. But we're looking into it, obviously getting a bunch of opinions on that. Eric says, any news on the viral loop issue I'm having with them wanting to sign up again? So Eric, I'm seeing that you have the referrals. I'm not sure why you can't log back in. But I do have a support ticket I put in, I think yesterday or this morning, with them to find out why. Eric, do you know if there was a like reset your password, or if you go back to the original email, you might be able to log in that way. But I'm wondering if you cleared your cookies and it forgot you. But I do have your referrals in, but I'm sure you want to refer more. So Hugh asks, how does investing work without the app? What type of investing, Hugh? Like in the pre-sale token or just investing in general? Eric, I hope that answered your question, man. All right, guys, a few more questions coming in. Here we go. Pre-sale coin. Oh, so the pre-sale, as long as the referrals are logged, I'm happy. Okay, cool. So pre-sale coin, that's going to be through a wallet. So MetaMask, you'll have a MetaMask. You will send our company cold wallet X amount of dollars. Once we figure out the pre-sale price, I'm pretty sure it's going to be 2 cents. We'll have a tutorial on this, but you'll just send money like ETH or something to that wallet, and then you're good to go. And so we'll track it all on the back end. Once we have how much everybody can buy, and then what that cost will be, it should be around 2 cents. But we'll have 3 phases also to our launch to build momentum. So just to let you guys know, we do have a cold wallet, a cold ledger, that sits in a safety deposit box in a bank. And our keys are also in a safety deposit box separate from our ledger. So we are trying to be good stewards of the ledger to make sure all the funding is safe and secured. And we have some protocols there in place. Hugh, did that answer your question? Sandra, no worries. We're about to wrap up, but good to see you. Okay, cool. Yeah, so the closer we get, so I'm hoping, so our lawyer did say that we can start accepting money for the pre-sale coin now. Obviously, we're going to wait until, oh, Shane, fantastic question. I'll answer that here in a sec. Obviously, we're going to wait to accept money until the tokenomics are done and the price and the allocation. But we're close to doing that, and then we'll start launching for our token generation event. But yeah, we're getting close to that. What are the benefits of the ambassador program? I know this has changed over time. So what we're going to do for the ambassador program, this is going to be a part of the airdrop. And so our ambassadors, we're going to give some love of our token to the air via pre-sale token, but it's going to be free to our ambassadors for as long as the months that you've been paying. But because our vision has changed over time from profit sharing via token holding, I want to make sure that our ambassadors get the equivalent of what that would have been had we not launched a token. So ambassadors, when we launch the token, we're going to stop the ambassador program, and then all that will be memorialized via token. So about a month away, and then we're going to probably shut that off. Not probably, we're going to shut it off because it doesn't really fit into our model moving forward. Any SPVs going for stock? Not at the moment. So we are doing it. We have a safe open, which is a simple agreement for future equity. And it's just like sign the safe, wire money, and then we're good to go. Hugh, if you have somebody that's interested in that, let's connect offline, or anybody that would be interested in that. Let's connect offline, and then I'll get you set up with that. It's also $10,000 cheaper to do that. So, which came from a lot of research on SPVs last week. What wallet will we use? No, so Rob and Randy, MetaMask will not be our permanent wallet. We're actually going to have our own wallet, probably in Q2, Q3. We're going to build out our own, but just for the pre-sale, however you send token or coin, like you can use MetaMask or whatnot. And then when hopefully, like knock on wood, but we should have our wallet ready when we're ready to airdrop and for the token launch. So that's one of the things that we're working on. But MetaMask will not be our permanent wallet now. Josh, did I answer your question, man? On what we're doing with the ambassador program, and translating money spent on that into pre-sale token. Oh, interesting, Randy. That's fascinating. Guys, look at Rainbow Wallet as well. Rainbow Wallet is kind of something I want to model our wallet after. So something that I find, which is good, like for me, because I have a tech background, a simple, easy to use wallet that allows you to swap like really intuitively, like a Robinhood for decentralized wallets. I hate to use them as an example, but they have really good design. I want to create a simple wallet for people to be able to swap and send money. I mean, like that. That's what I want to create. So guys, check out Rainbow. Rainbow's pretty nice. It's something I want to model our future wallet off of with some design and UX improvements, because I think it can be even easier. But Rainbow's a good wallet. I've been using that for some NFT drops and staking as well. But check that out if you don't really like MetaMask. I have found Rainbow to be quite nice as well. All right, everybody. Well, I gotta run. I gotta get a quick workout in. I'm on a diet. I don't know if I look any skinnier, but I've been trying to get healthy so that I can work harder for all of us. But I gotta get a quick workout in and then get a little bit more work done tonight and then hit it hard tomorrow. But thank you everybody for being on this. Oh, we got a community manager for Discord, so they start tomorrow. And you guys can see that it's been built out a little bit more, a lot more channels and whatnot in there. But yeah, so that's happening. Got a community manager for that. And then on Sunday, which is Easter, happy Easter, everybody. We're going to start a 1-week competition for who refers the most people for that week to our pre-sale. And we're going to give like a couple $100 in pre-sale token away to the top 3 people for that week. And we're going to start doing more of those competitions as we lead up to our pre-sale. But we have quite a bit of momentum there, which is rad. We will not use CoinMarketCap, promise, Corey. Good deal. Hit me up if you want tips to lose weight. Yeah, thanks, man. I sure will. So I'm down 13 pounds in about 10 days. I'm doing carnivore diet, which has been fantastic. The first couple days were awful. I'm starting to get through the humps there. But it feels like I'm wrestling again, kind of cutting weight, but it's worth it. So, anyways, John Michael, I know, man. I remember seeing those pictures. You're crushing it, guys. John Michael is down from 315 to 186. So, let's give him some love, because that is, if anyone's ever lost weight, you guys know how hard that is to do. But anyways, guys and gals, thanks so much for being a part of tonight's call. Starting Sunday, we're gonna hit that competition. And then remember, the guy and gal that wins the top 3 spots going to split 10K in pre-sale tokens. So let's keep working hard. We're going to keep building this up, and we sending this to $1 billion company to the moon. All right, everybody, have a fantastic night. Hit me up if you need anything. Please don't hesitate to reach out, as always.